I'm going to be taking you on more of a spiritual journey in terms of where skincare is going for 2021. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chidam Yilmaz, your personal skincare coach, teaching you effective ways of achieving your dream skin through skin education and well-being. And today I think, well, before that, let's just appreciate my makeup vibes today. I'm going like Patrick Tar and Hang Vango vibes with my makeup, like all the monochrome. And even though in Malaysia it's still sunny out there, I was like, I have to fit in the rest of like the autumn vibes and create more of an autumnal look for you. I've already done a video about like the whole skincare buzzwords in terms of ingredients and kind of the direction that skincare is going to be going forward in terms of like ingredients for you in my previous video. So if you haven't already watched that, make sure to go back to that video and watch all about like the ingredients and all about the formulations that we are so excited to rise in 2021. But today I'm going to be talking more deep. Again, it's all about what we've learned in 2020 about being minimalistic, being simplistic, being quite effective. Effectiveness is going to be a very, very important word, but really focusing more on more of a spiritual journey, because I feel like the whole beauty concept is going to, and rightly so, and finally shift towards accepting more of a more like transparency, more spirituality. So people are actually going to go for products and ingredients and brands that are actually going to make them feel better rather than so focused on end results. And I feel it's just going to be a new awakening for the beauty concept, and I'm so excited for this. Right, so as we're entering 2021, the whole phase of new year, new you is going to definitely disappear. There's no going to be such thing as focusing on short-term goals anymore. It's all going to be, because to be honest with you, we always make that promise to ourselves where we're going to start something new, and then really we take on too much pressure. Okay, I'm going to go to the gym every single day, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to take care of myself, I'm going to be more spiritual, I'm going to, you know, take up on reading, I'm going to take up on a hobby, I'm going to read more books. And we put so much pressure on ourselves beginning of the year with our like extensive new year plans that it becomes so out of reach. So I feel it's going to be that year of people actually incorporating these little mini habits into our daily lives, with starting slow but starting steady and being effective and efficient with in terms of where we go towards our goals. So that's why I feel like this new year is so outdated, and it's definitely going to be the year of new you, but incorporate it into your everyday life and find more of an established, more stable routine that you essentially going to be carrying it for the rest of your lives, not just for 2021, not just for last year, not just for like, you know, a couple of weeks, but forever. And I think that whole approach of solidarity in terms of like making commitment is going to be the new focus for beauty concept as well. So if you see any, I don't think you're going to be seeing much marketing campaigns about new year, new you, because that's quite outdated now. Move on, guys, move on. This leads me to the next point, where anti-aging and fast results and reverse signs of aging, and also lightening, these words are going to disappear. And I'm going to tell you a personal experience. Like, I used to have one of my creams called Anti-Aging Day Cream. This lady who's still a very good client of mine, and I've met her in France, and she loved my product, she loved the whole beauty concept, and she just emailed me one day. I remember she was in her 50s, and she said, Chidam, I really do think that you should change your Anti-Aging Day Cream and just not mention anything about anti-aging. And this was back in, I'll say 2017, 2018. And then it got me thinking, actually, yeah, it's right. Like, I should not be using the word anti-aging, because actually the whole point is not to stop aging. This whole concept about aging, we are going to be aging, as in growing older, no matter what we do. If anyone promises you that you are going to anti-age, it's a total lie. We have to focus on firming and delaying protecting, repairing our skin, but not so be focused on anti-aging. And this is going to be like the whole new trend. It's going to be, we're going to have actually much more of an educated crowd. So we're no longer pitching our products or pitching our services to people who do not understand skincare and do not understand ingredients. We're now marketing our products and our services to people that essentially understand skincare, understand the value of themselves, and that market is going to be on the rise. People understanding, learning, and more being educated and self-accepting, because 2020 has taught us nothing but to live life to the fullest, to be self-accepting, to be self-loving, and to really kind of be transparent and true to ourselves and not try and change it. Yes, we can do this lovely makeup look, but we don't rely on them to feel confident. So yes, I like to do makeup because it makes me feel empowered, but I do not need makeup to feel empowered. So it's all this reverse psychology of brands pushing our weaknesses to our faces. This, I want it to stop, and I want it to stop for a good reason and forever. I don't want no longer brands pushing our weaknesses, buying, you use this product and you're going to feel so much more confident. You're going to feel naughty if you use my product. You're going to feel sexy. You're going to feel ambitious. It's going to empower you. I'm sorry. Don't ever question and put doubt in people that they are not confident, they are not sexy, they are not beautiful, they are not worthy just because you want to push a brand or a makeup brand or a skincare brand to sell your ideology with that people need your product to feel that way. I don't want people not thinking that this is the only way that we are going to be feeling empowered and we are going to be consciously feeling beautiful about ourselves, because no, you are beautiful the way you are, and this whole self-acceptance should now be incorporated into every single brand and every single product launch, rather than it being based on fear factors. You know, I never used to be able to feel beautiful, but then this product changed my life. Like, really? Like that means it's not true. It's not true happiness. You're not gaining true self-independence. You're not gaining true self-love if you rely on something to make you feel beautiful. Okay, and this has to change, and I hope as I drop the word anti-aging, I want brands to stop focusing on anti-aging, and I also want brands to be less focused on lightening. It has to be more based on treat hyperpigmentation, treat your acne scars, not lightening face cream. That's so like this, it's quite wrong. And I've actually done another video about this, and my name of the video was like how to lighten your face, and I put it and I felt shame in 1 minute, and I was like, I'm not going to put out such content which essentially would mean that to lighten your face would essentially, it would be associated to beauty. Again, so wrong, so wrong. And this year has taught us nothing but embracing our own skin color, embracing our own skin tone, embracing our own flaws. And yes, you should maybe focus on brightening or treating hyperpigmentation or treating your scars, but not lightening, not anti-aging. These terms are so old school, and I hope brands will stop using these terms. I don't count myself as an influencer, but I am talking to you, so I feel like, you know, you are getting influenced in any way. So I am a brand owner, I'm a skincare formulator. We predict the future of skincare. We do formulations, we do research, we do development. We see like an advancement of today. And that's why I'm giving you my own particular advice as a scientist, as a consumer, but also as a formulator and also as a brand owner. For someone who has changed their ideology, I want people and brands to be embracing this whole new age, new beauty concept as well. It's all about like this growing, more evolving and more maturing state of mind. And I feel like now you're going to be seeing these kind of maturity and more growing and more evolving and younger consumers as well. And we don't want to introduce fear factors into, especially into the younger consumer who's already a little bit more self-conscious, who's already feeling much more fragile. Why tell them their weakness? Why not embrace them, and why not make them strong, and why not tell them that they are beautiful without, rather than pushing a weakness point into their face and getting them to spend money to feel beautiful? So the words that I'm looking for in terms of anti-aging should be essentially aging well, right? And aging gracefully, and looking my age more. So if you are in your 60s, look like you are in your 60s and embrace that. Your lines count as your experience, and your beauty comes with your age. Okay, so aging gracefully, aging and embracing our age, and also aging wisely is going to be one of hopefully the key terms for this year. So we're no longer going to be talking about one-dimensional terms such as how a product is going to make you look, but we're going to be talking more deep now about how products and brands are going to make you feel. So the feeling factor is essentially going to be much more effective than how it would make you look. It's again like the same, like just think of it, right? So imagine you met this person, like they made a good impression on you, but then they started to make you feel really uncomfortable and really not good. You're never going to remember that person. It's not going to stay with you. Maybe it'll pass a couple of days and you'll be like, oh my God, that person, no matter how groomed and how well dressed they might be looking, you're going to be like, oh my God, that person made me feel right? And you're going to be like, I don't want to have any correspondence with such person because they've made me feel horrible. Versus someone made you feel amazing and stronger and much more. You met this person and you just clicked, and they just made you come alive and made you feel so much better about yourself. And this person is going to have a long-term effect on you, and you're going to always remember this person. You're going to be like, oh, remember that person told me this and I felt empowered. So it's essentially going to be the same concept with brands. Brands are going to now try to make more of an effect of the impact that they're going to make in your hearts, not in your face. So people are going to look more for more experimental, more meaningful, more spiritual, and more holistic way of thinking. Accepting aging women and aging in business and drawing strength from it. Wow, it just seems so amazing, and it just sounds so amazing. And the dream. Let's talk about clean beauty now, because that's also a term that we hear a lot. So it's clean. The whole clean aspect should be based on clean manufacturing, clean production, clean packaging, clean ingredients, and clean sourcing. So all of this should come to play as a whole. You can't just expect some brand to call themselves clean just because they don't have fragments or they don't have contained alcohol. How do you produce your propylene glycol? How do you produce your essential oils? Do you produce it in harsh chemicals? How do you pay up? Do you pay up on your ingredient sources? How do you get your ingredient sources? Do you get it from organic farms? Okay, you get it from organic farms, but do you get it from, are they approved? Are they treating their stuff well? Right, I had a little bit of a distraction because my daughter came and she's like, I want to watch Ben and Holly. And I was like, again, this is about all being true to yourself. Whoever says on Instagram, my children never touch phone, or they don't watch any Peppa Pig, or they don't watch anything on the phone, they do puzzles all day, it's lying. Again, we have to be transparent and we have to be honest and we have to be true to ourselves. Really? Is that really what your child does all day? Do puzzles and drawing? I wish. But that just doesn't happen. So sometimes to keep a child 10 minutes sitting so I can carry on finishing this conversation with you that I'm really enjoying, you have to open sometimes something for them to be entertained. Otherwise, I'm going to have her here saying, Mummy, 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 Mummy. Oh, baby. Baby. Now let's talk more about the eco-friendly sides of brands. I'm so passionate about this work, about the Kyoto Protocol, about reducing CO2 emissions. I have something really excited that I'm working on, and I can't say it out loud now, but I am so focused in terms of when it comes to anything to do with futuristic and sustainability. So I have a very special project that I'm working on, which I'm going to be sharing with you in future videos. And yeah, I just want to create a difference this year. Let's put it out this year. For me, 2021 is all about creating a difference, not about making money, it's about creating a difference and people remembering me, not me, but like just people remembering what I stand for and what my brand stands for, and I really want to make that you know, known to hopefully the people who are watching me. In regards to the green, cleanness of things, is essentially it's going to go down definitely plastic free. I think plastic is, again, like any type of plastic. Don't forget, I worked in a plastic manufacturing firm for 10 years. I worked on LDPE, which is low density polyethylene. I worked for PP, which is polypropylene manufacturing plant. So I'm definitely involved in the whole plastic nibs manufacturing process. So I can tell you that, would I get sued by saying this? But anyway, just avoid plastics. Just avoid plastic. Always go for recyclable options. Reusing packaging. My packaging is glass. I do make sure it's very good, high quality glass, and it comes from a recyclable source. So it's recycled glass. But essentially what I am trying to implement more into my branding for next year. Of course, I'm not one of those brands that I sell like 4,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 products a day, right? Like, we're talking very, very minimal scale here in comparison to the world problem that is facing. But you know, any impact makes a positive impact. So if you are going to make any little change, you have to start from somewhere, right? So ideally, I want to make sure that I have two locations where I can take all the glass packaging and reuse and sterilize and reuse again, and give like a coupon code for people. And essentially, if they, of course, they're going to be paying for the postage, right? So you want to reward your clients to be able to do that, because otherwise people are not going to pay for the postage and not get rewarded for it. So the whole reward scheme on basically refill or recyclable options should be included into a branding strategy. And I think that's something that you, if you are a brand and you're listening to me, make sure you do that with your clients. So if you have anything that could be recyclable or reused, get your clients to either send it to you or to ship it to you or to bring it to you. So essentially what I'm trying to do is focus on reducing, reusing, recycling. So the you know, so reduce, recycle, reuse, and focus on these terms, and that's going to be something that's going to be adopted, and rightly so, into the new futuristic skincare routines. And I really like the refillable options as well, where essentially you can send out your product and they refill it and send it back to you, and again you get like either a percentage off or you get like a reward, you know, you become a part of a reward scheme. Again, all about reusing and remaking, you know, making sure that our planet is no longer populated with plastic waste, but also even recyclable waste as well. Because don't forget, in order to recycle a product, it still needs to go through a manufacturing process. You see, I told you. Hi, baby. Oh, you see, she says, can you make it loud now? Hiya, baby. I'm talking on the phone. Well, I'm talking now. And then after 5 minutes, I'm going to make it louder for you. Okay, baby? Okay, thank you. Right, so where was I? Yeah, so recycling as well, it still has to go through a manufacturing process, right? So you have to know that recycling process also means that you are wasting or using water, electricity, heat, and sometimes fuel source in order to recycle that material back into something that could be reused. Okay, so that's why this is going to be more talked for next year as well. And there are already lots of brands that are doing refilling options, or what you do is like the packaging stays the same, but then you just take out that pot and then you put a new pot and then you can recycle that pot. First of all, we have to reduce. If we can't reduce, we have to reuse, and if we can't reuse, we have to recycle. Think of that as a cycle. It's definitely positive. That's what I'm trying to say. What we're seeing that is happening a lot with 2019, 2020, just the whole thing. A brand works with a macro influencer. Macro influencer is essentially someone that you pay off, right? So you get this influencer and celebrity to work with your brand. Influencers and celebrities don't work on commissions, babes. They work on money. So anyway, I'm not talking about all influencers here. I'm talking about macro influencers. Someone who has like plus million followers. I'm just saying, like, people are losing interest and people are becoming more aware and much more cautious with where their money is going, and that's what's going to be the trend as well. You will hear the shift towards micro influencers. So these are influencers who has a following between 10,000 followers all the way up to, I'll say, 200 to 300,000 followers. And these influencers have a micro following, but they have a macro influence. So that means that they have their niche market, and this people like trust them so much, and they'll buy anything what they would promote, right? So essentially it works, as a branding perspective, it makes so much sense for a brand to be connected to a micro influencer that has a macro impact, because you pay them less, but you get much more for your money in return. Because essentially, if you pay an influencer, like let's say Kim Kardashian, you pay them like, I don't even know how much she charges now these days, but it's going to be in the 5-figure or 6-figure market. I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but I am sure it's going to be definitely 5 to 6 figure. So you might be paying them that much, but the effect, the influence that you're going to get into your brand, yes, maybe following wise, it might increase, but sale wise, I don't know. I still think micro influencers are going to have much more of an impact in what? It's not going to be about sales anymore. It's all going to be about making an effect and making an experience and making a connection. Okay, another thing that is going to be on the rise, and I want to definitely touch on this, is mental health. This is something that I'm so passionate about, and I think it's going to grow as well, and this whole experience-based consumerism is going to be promoting a good mental health. And there are already really lovely spa-based brands or spiritual skincare brands that are incorporating this in their body care range, in their skincare products, by using and promoting all wellness factors, such as focusing on an issue, not an issue, but like, you know, like for example, if you have sleep problems, or if you have like stress problems, if you're feeling stressed, if you're feeling demotivated, these kind of boosting products are going to be more on the rise as well. I feel it's going to be all about self-love and self-care, and having more of a meditative approach for skincare. So I personally do my skincare as part of my meditation. I close my door, this is my time, especially at night. I apply my cream like I'm applying like magic lotion potions into my skin, and I just make sure I embrace every single step. I put on a nice meditative music, so I pray afterwards. Generally I pray straight after I do my skincare routine, because it balances, and it just essentially makes me much more calmer and ready for my praying routine. So you know, that is essentially like connects. I just find the whole skincare industry needs to be much more based on calming you and mentally preparing you. However you feel like you want to relax, it prepares you for that. So natural beauty and mental health and that connection is going to be stronger this year, I hope. I really love talking much more transparently and much more openly to you, and hopefully you enjoyed it. So please do not forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, ask any questions you might have, and share with your friends and family, because essentially we want to share the love. We want to share the love of self-care and self-love and self-acceptance for this year. So I really hope that you found this video useful, and have a brilliant week ahead. And I love you all, and take care of yourselves. Bye guys.